Good morning, America. This is our podcast. I am Carter,
I'm Jacob.
I'm Holden.
and we're just gonna wing it. We're new to this, but here we go.
Yeah, we decided we wanted to start a podcast because we all
We
listen.
like to talk.
Yeah, we all listen to a lot of them, and just when there's interesting thoughts and ideas bouncing around here, we're always saying we should start a podcast. So, we're
And when
giving
you,
it a
you just
shot.
whenever you have a good conversation, it's always like, wow, my other people might want to hear this,
Yeah.
but that's a little self-thing too.
Yes.
What's up with you guys?
Just working.
Working.
Yeah. We're nearing the beginning of school.
Yeah.
In a few weeks.
It's
Yep.
crazy because people are like constantly moving in and out.
After being in a
Places.
very quiet Bloomington all summer,
Yeah.
it's gonna get real crazy.
Yeah,
soon.
it's gearing up for full-blown school year.
It's weird seeing how like there's so much shit on the side of the roads and people are just throwing stuff everywhere. It's weird seeing like how much stuff people have or what they have.
Stuff
yeah.
People are willing to just toss.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of moving in and out right now. Sometimes, if you're going too far, this table's too big and you don't want to pay to bring it with you, you'll just throw it out on the side of the road.
Yeah, it's mostly big stuff like mattresses. And
So many couches.
There's a lot of couches.
I saw there were 4 couches blocking the sidewalk downtown. It's ridiculous.
It's kind of
I
funny.
wonder what's gonna
That would be a
happen with all
funny
those
thing to
couches.
do, like if we just went and grabbed couches and put them in the
Moved
street.
We move them around, but
Sounds like a
Find 'em and move
sounds
'em.
like a
You're leaning on
college
that bamboo.
jokey guy thing to do.
let's.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm about to
Tied up.
kill a plant.
He's falling.
Yeah, if we just took a bunch of couches
Stuff like that
and
does not make for good podcasting when you're just moving around, like
We're
pushing
moving
a
around
plant instead of talking to
talking to my
our podcast.
fellow podcaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might have to do some editing with like cutting.
Don't get meta on me right now. We're not talking about our podcast within the podcast. Let the podcast be a podcast.
Yeah, we're just starting out though, so just saying.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out as we go. But I think it's always important to keep stock of points as you're going along.
Yeah.
To reiterate those little things so you're mindful of them instead of just making the same mistakes over and over
Yeah.
without paying attention to what's happening.
You mean learn from what you're doing? I feel like
There you go.
there you go. Anything comes out of school, you should be able to know how to like learn,
Yes.
which I love. I feel like that's something I'm good at, which I love, like just being able to do a task and then like as you like look back on like what you just did, be like, okay, what can I do? But that's one reason I love playing soccer, because
Yeah.
I just picked up playing soccer this summer, and at first it's like I vaguely remember playing how to play and kick a ball from soccer in high school, but now like playing with people who are good and stuff, you have to kind of learn to adapt.
Yeah,
And-
this book that I just read and really loved a lot, and Carter's reading right now too, the Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. The guy talks about that with like what school should be, like how you're saying, like learning how to learn
yeah.
and like learn what you're like just learn how to do things. with
What was you
you're
saying
doing.
that school should be like?
Well, he was talking about so many people just go just to go, like they're not going and learning how to learn or like getting anything out from what they're doing and spending their time on. And so he was just saying that for the school system to not just be something to make cogs and machines, it should be similar to like how European school systems are, you know, like where it's letting kids differentiate earlier on, so at like 16 you could just be like done with school and
Yeah.
like go work or do
I think
whatever you're
it's-
doing.
I think high school is a big cog in it more than anything because I'm looking at looking at my childhood a bit, but especially now, like my little sister, she just graduated 8th grade. But even when I was hearing what she was doing in like grade school and middle school, like it was a lot more like integrated stuff. Like they were integrating Spanish stuff into like just English and history, and it looked like more of an enjoyable
That's cool.
situation.
That
But
sounds great.
yeah, so a ton of schools aren't like that.
Yeah, but so anyways, he was just saying that like there's so many students at universities and at colleges that like just go just to go, and that people should go off and do their trades.
Dude,
or,
yeah.
like, do other things. So like if someone after high school goes and he's a mechanic
Yeah.
for a few years, he like if he cares about what he's doing, like if he has any care about his life, like he's gonna be interested in what he's doing and learn more about it and
Yeah.
like, want to do better things. So then like he could go to college and go there for an engineering program and realize, oh shit, like I really like aeronautical engineering, and get into that and just significantly improve his life because he's following something he's truly interested in and cares about, instead of just going there with like no investment or thought into what you're doing
Yeah, I think it's
and
so
getting nothing out of it.
it's so underrated. Like vocational schools are suffering a lot because so many high schools are just pushing for kids to like move on to college and get, you know, jobs in those areas, when like we need vocational workers, like we need construction workers, like there's a big shortage of them now, and like not many
You
people
make
want to be
good money.
Yeah, you
doing
make
that
fucking
stuff,
good
too.
money. If you're an electrician, if you're a skilled electrician, you'll make at least 60 an hour for what you do. It's ridiculous. I mean, like, it's a great job choice. And like
Yeah.
you're saying, if
And after doing that for a couple of years, and if you do like,
Yeah.
want to go into school, like you've got a lot of money
Yeah.
built up for that already.
because you start working when you're fucking, what, 18? I mean, I guess it'd be nice if you
Yeah.
could start
Like
doing stuff when
17
you're,
or
yeah, 17. And then, what, by the time I'm not out of college, you'll have been working for 6 years? 6
years,
6 years.
something.
And so by that point, you'll be making decent money. And then you can, like, do school on the side, I think. Or just, I think it's better to get out of the system if you're not enjoying it and then learn on your own.
Mhm.
Because learning on your own is so much more enjoyable and teaches you.
That's where
like,
people mess up. It's they don't
Yeah.
understand how to do that, or like it's tough for them, and then it's kind of hard for them to really develop into anything that they care a whole lot about, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. Also, it's hard. It's just becoming harder too, because I was reading a report and it was saying how the gap, the like college premium, the gap between like getting just a high school degree and getting a college degree, I think you make like 30% more, and then on top of that too, it was like compared to 1980. The gap is bigger, and then on top of that, just overall, people with a high school degree are making 10% less than they were in 1980, adjusted for inflation. So, like, if you don't graduate, or if you just graduate high school and don't go to college, you're making less than you were 40 years ago.
Gotcha.
And, you know, the people who do go on are making so much more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Which is a big problem. Because college, I mean, it's good. We need a skilled workforce, but but it's like not everyone should have to do that.
It's funny to just give a little setting here.
Yeah,
I'm listening to this conversation and staring at hornets.
I've been
in
looking
our
at them for
window.
I've just been staring at them.
Hornets are
There's-
fucking terrifying.
They're
There's a
trapped
little
between-
hornet's nest in our window.
They're trapped between the screen and then our actual window. There's like a 4-inch gap.
Dude, how are they staying alive?
Where they just they can get
They
outside
can get out
a
of
bit,
the screen,
but they never
can't come
bother
in here.
bother us when we're outside. But
so they just keep coming back to their
Don't do that to them.
They've been
That's
coming back to their
mean.
nest because
It's
of the
mean.
screen.
Those motherfuckers
They
are
haven't heard us.
aggressive.
They have not heard
If I
us.
open this window, they would be
Yeah.
all over us right now.
Don't need to open it. Why don't we open the screen and get rid of the nest?
Well, no, we just
Well,
need a
we need
spray.
a spray to spray through the screen.
Spend like $8 on that spray, and then you just spray through there and kill them.
We could open the screen and pick up the nest with our hands and move it to a safer spot.
I love that idea.
Let's
Barehanded.
Okay.
let's trap them, like freeze them, put little strings on them, then like they can be our pets officially.
Did you know 98% of hornets have gone extinct?
Do you know that 90% of chickens never touch the ground in their lifetime?
Oh,
I'm just gonna
unbelievable.
say to not trust any facts that I give in this podcast.
Half my facts are true, half aren't.
Gonna litter a lot of random little facts in there.
You have to read through the noise, because that's
95% of facts are not.
This is a real world podcast where we're not giving you anything straight. You gotta look through.
You have to go through our podcast and
if
decide what's true to you.
you really want to enjoy it, you have to analyze it.
We recommend listening to our podcast and sitting with a notebook
Open.
and outlining it.
Please sit at your
Choosing
desk.
what you believe is factual.
This could be a
When you're
podcast
done,
for,
send us an
future
MLA.
educational purposes.
Send us an MLA. You need at least 5 citations, a summary and analysis of our podcast. Email it to us.
And I'll send
5
you
citations.
a box of cereal.
I'll give you a free cookie. I'll mail you a
Mail.
cookie.
You can get a baked cookie.
A baked cookie.
Dude, that root beer float was very good.
I've never had a root beer float.
Never.
Never.
What?
Yeah.
I would have them when I was a kid. Sometimes.
I was never a big fan of root beer.
Yeah.
I
Trying to
like
drink
root
the
beer.
rest of that root beer after that float, it was just way too sweet.
Yeah.
I threw it away.
I like the kinds that are more bitter, but they're
Yeah.
always like really heavy, like syrupy.
Yeah, that's one last night was
Do you
extremely
like beers like that, like Guinness?
I don't mind them. I don't love them.
I kind of really like Guinness.
I like Guinness.
Guinness is
I
good.
don't think it's
I
not
just
my
don't know
favorite,
what to
but-
drink it with because it's so heavy. It's like I don't want it with a meal because I'm gonna be so full. But I don't want to drink 5 of them.
Well, it's a
other-
good thing. Well, that you don't have to go out and drink 5 things. Like it's a really nice thing
Yeah,
if you're just going out
that's
to
true.
a bar or
Yeah.
something. Like just have 2 Guinness. Like,
It's a good
it
snack.
Feels great,
Guinness is a great snack.
and they're fairly strong too.
Yeah,
like,
they're,
if you
yeah.
get
they're
2
like
pints. Like that's
6%,
good.
I think. I don't know. I think they're 18% beer.
That's what I really liked about going to the pubs in London. Is
Yeah.
I would do that a lot, just with random people or meet new people.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. Have you had an Irish car bomb?
No, I have not. Had
Those
this
are-
crazy racial slur of a drink.
I know. That is so horrible.
You know, isn't that from like the crazy, like all the shit that happened? Like that happened.
Oh yeah,
in
probably.
Ireland.
I don't know
Yeah.
why it's I don't think you can call it there. That I guess that is a slur.
Should
That's
I
just the.
wouldn't name the drink that there.
I'm sure if you go to Ireland and order that, then you're just gonna get
Get
fucking
your ass
punched.
kicked.
Yeah, they're aggressive there. I've heard.
That'd just be like someone coming here and being like, "Hey, can I have a 911?"
Oh my god.
Wow.
But like I would laugh at that though. I don't know if an Irish person would laugh at that.
I think
Yeah.
I think young kids might laugh at it, but most
Yeah,
people
if you're over the age of like
age
25, yeah,
it's
25.
not gonna be.
If I was bartending right now and someone said,
Entertaining.
"Hey, can I get a 911?" I would laugh pretty hard.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't be laughing.
No.
I mean,
Probably,
I mean, think if you're like
I probably
35, you probably like knew people
I
there or
probably
something.
would not laugh
Yeah.
about that.
I would just be. I feel like if in situations like that where stuff like so absurd happens, you're just like, did that really even happen?
Yeah,
Like, or you don't even catch it.
it's sort of a what the fuck moment.
Yeah.
What's the weather supposed to be like this week?
Hot.
Hot all week, I think.
Man, it's hot today.
Yeah,
It's like 90 degrees out.
Gonna go play some soccer and sweat.
It's toasty.
It's probably...
My legs are kind of sore from yesterday.
Yeah, my legs were sore from that hiking.
Yeah, my legs have been sore for a while.
I'm just gonna
I like being
top
sore.
it off. Some soccer.
It's
No,
just-
I don't. I like being sore.
It's such a nice feeling, like going. I remember in high school, always like falling in bed, just like sore as fuck.
Oh, you just sleep so
Yeah.
well.
Do you guys know degrees, like, in Celsius?
No.
No,
What?
some uneducated.
0
0 is 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like...
No, wait, no, it's 0 Celsius is
No.
56 Kelvin, which translates to 4 Fahrenheit. Go on. Sorry.
I have to use Kelvin
It's...
on the cameras.
Do you really?
It's,
Is that
you know,
that's how hot it is,
no,
or
you,
is it?
You know, like white balance.
Yeah.
They measure. You can measure it in Kelvin.
Oh shit.
Usually we do like auto or like sunny or inside setting.
Yeah.
But like the studio stuff, they have an exact number of Kelvin you're supposed to use.
That's weird.
It's like,
Do you remember the Kelvin formula?
no. Why would I?
So it's like 90 degrees
Yeah.
here right now in Fahrenheit. That's probably like 32 or something.
Well, isn't 100
Celsius.
degrees in Celsius boiling?
Boiling.
Yeah. That's such a different like scale than what we have. It's so weird.
It is very different.
Such a weird adjustment.
Is Fahrenheit someone's name?
I'm sure there is.
Definitely. It's so weird, all these things that like we just use as words
They're
today
names.
used to be names of people,
Like
and like we don't
Celsius is
even
a name,
think
too?
about that. Probably. I
You
don't
think
know.
Door was the name?
James Celsius.
Like broccoli. Broccoli was a name of a guy who invented broccoli.
Did
Like it was a cross
What do you
between
mean?
cauliflower and like some other plant, and like he invented broccoli, and
John
like
Broccoli.
probably like
They're all Johns.
I think
Dude,
like
that's
1700s maybe.
Invented broccoli.
Yeah.
So where'd those names come from? Were people just like they just
I don't
made,
know, where
like,
do like these random names come
Words.
from?
I mean, where do words come from? Okay, that means painted door with 3 windows on it. So now
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
Making new words.
I have no idea.
I don't know shit about languages.
It's pretty crazy that we like just do not think about that or question that and just use these words.
Yeah. Well, at least for now, until we start using our brains to communicate. That'll be a crazy day.
That would be great though, because
I like language.
Well, no,
It
I
would
mean,
be
language. It's not like you would
expressed.
stop talking. It's just how, when like,
Physically talking.
yeah. Well, it's just like you communicate. It's just a different way of communication. Like you can communicate through my body language. Like like I can communicate feelings through that without or eye contact,
The
and then
only
words make a
difference
difference.
is that like I would say like words have some sort of romantic appeal to
Yeah.
them versus if you were just communicating straight brain to brain.
I feel like if you're communicating
Pronunciation,
straight,
expression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, some people are
Swear.
more eloquent than others. Like they'll use great words, or so people with strong vocabularies. Like there's some
Yeah.
writers that you
Yeah.
just love to read, like F. Scott Fitzgerald, because of the words that he uses or the way that some people talk.
Yeah.
That would be a big thing to lose.
well, I don't think he would lose that. I think he would still talk. I think
But what
he,
if really far off in the future?
I think that'd be. I mean, very far off. I could see the first one being just like feelings, communicating a feeling towards someone. I don't know. I feel
Maybe.
because I feel like that would be easier to do because you would light up the same receptors in each other's brains compared to trying to talk and hear someone in your head or something. That'd be
Dude, that'd be so weird.
That would be insane.
yeah. But it would just be another way of communicating because you can communicate through all your senses. It would just become another sense.
You'd have to like
we've got a good amount of senses.
You don't want more senses? I don't know. I've seen stuff where people.
I feel like you just kind of go crazy.
Your body's adjust. Your body's powerful and adaptable.
Sometimes you wish you couldn't hear shit, you know? Like, you know, if something's really loud, like you're in a loud place,
I
you might
think
be
that
like, I wish I wasn't hearing this. If you just had more shit going on in
What
your
if
head,
you had a really strong command of all of this
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be
Yeah.
I could
that'd
just
be
mute
crazy.
you guys right now. Like-
Yeah.
That'd
I don't
be.
know, maybe super far off in the future
Yeah.
with the way that technology grows and changes.
Well,
especially
It's
with-
touch,
yeah.
I wouldn't feel pain.
Healing. Well, no, that'd be a bad thing.
I know.
There's like
You're
so
still
many.
getting hurt.
Yeah, there's so many like horror stories of kids with that, and they'll be on fire and they'll have no idea.
What if this just turned into like some ex machina and we just had these bodies that like we were in and could just have like complete control of all of that stuff?
Who knows, man? 20 years.
It's funny.
20,
I would
20,
say like 200.
2040 is singularity. It's when the AI takes over,
We'll see.
becomes alive.
We shall see.
I mean, I could see though with like hearing aids being able to like fully adjust in and out, and
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. Biotechnology is so fascinating. I wish I knew more about it.
Do you think that people would want that stuff to be external, or do you think people would be okay with having it like
think
installed in your body?
At first, it'll be external because people won't adjust it, but it's so much more practical to have it internal
Yeah,
because it'll be so
exactly.
small or something.
Yeah.
It'll be. I mean, that's one of the arguments for having. I mean, you've even seen some people get like little, like you can get like a little centimeter by centimeter like chip or something like in the flabby part of your hand between your thumb and pointer finger or something, and that
like a
you can
key.
do that for as a key, so
I've
you
heard
can
of
open
that.
your car, you
Whoa.
can unlock stuff
Oh.
with it, and then
Yeah, people are doing that.
there
That's so weird. That's
Yeah.
happening now.
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
it's like kind of,
Whoa.
but the thing is, it's like most people don't want that, so it's a small group that. I mean, I think you can,
It's
you might be able to
probably
use it to pay.
Extremely expensive.
They were,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
they're experimenting with
What do you
doing
guys
it.
think about that?
They're experimenting with doing it with guns too, so you can only fire the gun if.
That's like James Bond.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
I
I
think
mean,
it's
that's nice too if it's all just a sensor. 'Cause it
Yeah.
doesn't- it's not like it doesn't have to be connected to your body or in sync with
No.
your body. It's just there.
Yeah.
Like hiding.
yeah.
It's just a place for it. Oh, that'd be weird if you could just feel a little chip in.
It'd be nice if things transition to more where you can just interact with
Unlock
more
your
of the
phone.
world around you, and then your phone is just that like, I mean, it's gonna be that control center for you to just
Yeah.
adjust it all. But I think technology's moving. Like, I would like to see it move in the direction where you're less on your phone, but things are more integrated, so you can interact with. You're just interacting with your
Definitely
world
the
again.
Direction it's in.
Yeah.
Just
Like the augmented reality.
Yeah.
That kind of. You're still doing it, but you're not like.
You're not. Yeah. You're not looking. I think we're getting over this kind of.
It's
I think
still-
people are realized. I don't know. I don't know what the like. It's
You're
crazy to
still
think
gonna
of
be
this.
distracted though. I mean,
Yeah.
If just like technologically we could become more integrated with
Yeah.
the world around us
And I
physically,
think that's
that
definitely the
would
direction
be,
it's in.
yeah, that would
That's
be
one positive I'm
crazy.
seeing.
That would be really great.
This computer class I took last semester, you'd always show clips like every Friday or
Yeah.
something.
New technologies.
Yeah, and I think one of them was a Microsoft clip, and it was all just focused about that. And it was showing like it was just this. It's pretty far out, like in terms of well, who knows actually what they're doing, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
like just examples in the workplace.
Uh-huh.
These like systems, these models they would want to have in place that just make it
One of those.
so easy.
Like Google and stuff like that. A lot of those
Yeah.
are already. They have their campuses, and
Yeah.
so much that's already just integrated.
Yeah, part of it.
Yeah.
They probably have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
I always think of like we have a lot of technology around us, and then like you see clips
those
or you go to like a
places-
nice building, and it's like holy shit.
Yeah.
Can't
Some
imagine going
advanced
through
stuff.
that Google headquarters.
They have everything that you could want there.
It's pretty hard to get in those, right?
I mean, if you had family, I'm sure, because I know, I remember I had a professor and his sister worked for Microsoft, and so they had kind of their own, like, just little town,
Yeah.
and everyone kind of lived there, and if they wanted to, I mean, but You just got assigned a project with the team, and you had like a certain amount of time to reach that deadline, and then you just had to meet with your team and do it, and then submit it, and then like you would live there. If you needed a car, you could take out a car for free and like rent it. I mean, you could have dogs and
visiting
stuff.
these places from the outside.
Oh, getting in.
Like,
I think
if we wanted to see the Google Center,
I
that'd
don't
be
think it's
very
that
tough.
hard. I think you just have to like set up appointments because I
Yeah.
know like high school teachers or like
Really?
things like that.
If you
or,
like,
I feel like a lot of it's
random
supposed to be
people
pretty
that
secretive.
get
though.
there.
I don't
you
know,
can
like
go through like tours of the
yeah.
campus.
Yeah.
Kelly always has some
It's
trips
not like
where they'll go
you
to a
can't
city.
like go in
Nothing.
and like see
Yeah.
where people are actually doing a lot of work,
Mhm.
Yeah,
like some of the more technical stuff.
you just can't. Yeah,
Can't imagine what's going on in those places.
Yeah.
innovation.
Yeah, that one class I took freshman year with like cognitive science and AI class, we were watching videos all the time of just where some AI technology is right now, and
awesome.
like some of the stuff that's going on in that some guys in Japan
Oh my yeah.
are working on. Like they look like real people, just these
Yeah.
crazy
What's
robots.
that one lady?
Oh,
It's like
not
kinda
Alice.
famous. You know who I'm
It's
talking about? The AI lady.
doesn't it start with an A?
Yeah, it's the guy who's building that stuff.
Yeah. What's her
Yeah.
name?
Doesn't it start with an
She's
A?
been on like talk shows.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Sophia.
Sophia. Fuck. Completely wrong.
This headline: Hot robot Sophia.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's a U.S. citizen.
It's so
That's
dumb.
pretty wild.
Can I see a picture?
She's pretty creepy.
Sophia.
That's not her. That's... Yeah, she's been on some talk shows. And
Oh my god.
full NBC interview with Sophia.
But she's not. She can't like adapt to the surrounding around her. though.
No.
Yeah.
There's
It
things
seems
that
like it's
they're
pretty-
working on that like can do.
Yeah.
There's like different systems that have been built having to do with the full integration of AI, but they're all just separate systems that would be really, really hard to put together.
Yeah.
And then like the whole actual cognitive area is pretty far behind right
Mhm.
now. Just
Yeah, the
but
Boston
the
Dynamics
brain, the
stuff
just
is crazy.
technology of the brain is insane compared to stuff that we
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
we don't. I mean,
That we
we
can
don't know
make.
the brain that much at all. Still.
Yeah.
There's a lot that we.
Yeah.
It's the most advanced computer.
And then, well, you have to just really get into understanding philosophy and metaphysics in a way to be able to understand what the brain is doing and understanding how it works.
Yeah.
It's just understanding how everything works. 'Cause your brain is the way that you perceive what you are. To make AI.
AI.
Crazy shit. There's a lot of people that freak out about this stuff.
Do you think it could happen? Do you think it can be? I mean, if you make something that can, I mean, I know they're all different systems, but if you get, I don't know, there's so much, I guess, computing power that goes into the brain and all that.
Yeah,
storing
we're not
all that.
close right now, but
But still, if
it
you, I
could
mean,
get there.
if we keep going at such an exponential
working on
rate,
it.
yeah, and they're working on it too, and if you just get something that can adapt, like, I mean, you constantly are adapting and thinking of new things, and I don't know, it could be possible. I don't know if it would be,
For a while.
it's possible.
yeah,
It's gonna happen.
yeah, but I think the it's also cool seeing the strides to just, that's why I like seeing the strides like we were talking about, to see stuff more integrated in us,
Mhm.
because I
It's a
mean,
step.
yeah, it's a step for us, because I mean, if we want to be advanced, you know, like as a civilization, you need to integrate to an extent. I mean, we have like our human aspects that makes us so good, but I think that, I don't know, humans
I
are
think that can
constantly,
make more sense than having like a perfect AI.
yeah. I mean, that's it, you know.
Better than to just have us be like a step towards that ourselves.
Yeah, it'd be, because when you think about it, it's not like we're not gonna stop. So it's either we keep
Yeah.
moving forward and pushing, and it's just gonna happen, and you could say we're all fucked like some of the movies and stuff, or it could be where we integrate and we incorporate that into our own lives.
Who's to say that's not happening right now?
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't know what other people are. We only know what our brain is. So
Yeah.
it's hard to even differentiate like what if these things are intelligent or not. Like I don't even know if most people around me are aware in the same way that I am. You can't know.
Yeah.
So I think theoretically, like I'm just not worried about it the way that some people freak out about it.
Yeah. And I think it'd be interesting during an integration like that too, because like not everyone can handle it. Which I even wonder about that now. Like there's so many people out there in the world, and like we have the amount of information we constantly like have coming at us. Like that's a lot to handle, honestly. And for some people, I think it can be really overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, AI stuff. Where we're going in the future with technology is so insanely fascinating to me.
Yeah, there's so much, and it's moving so fast.
Yeah, we'll be seeing some pretty crazy stuff when we're older.
Yeah.
Already,
Man.
like sometimes if you just stop for a second and look around yourself today.
Yeah, it's happening right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff changing around you that you might not realize.
Like looking back a year from now, think about like I don't know. Things are advancing so fast.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the midst of a lot of shit.
Even if you just like get into a new car, if you're driving a car that's 10 years old, get into a new car.
Yeah.
Like the world is changing, and you might like if you're not like getting into all these new things or like noticing it, like it's easy to get caught up and not notice.
Yeah. And I can't. I haven't even been. I want to go to like China and stuff where that stuff's so integrated and.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Japan.
Yeah, I want to go to Tokyo. Japan would be crazy.
Just go to Japan for spring break.
Yeah. Okay. Let me buy a ticket right now.
I would love to go to those Olympic Games there.
Oh yeah, that's
2020. Yeah.
Tokyo.
Yeah. It'll be tight.
I bet people are already like buying.
Oh,
have
yeah.
bought tickets.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of tickets. I wonder how quick that stuff goes. I bet a lot of people can go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're going to some of the events that are like
'Cause
smaller.
There's so
you
many
can
going
get-
at once.
Yeah.
Usually you look at it and one single event's not going to be full unless
Yeah.
it's like the medal event.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you want to go, like
Yeah.
you can go.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of money.
Yeah.
But
I can't
if
imagine
you have
how
the
much a
money to
flight-
do that,
2026
I'd fucking do that.
LA.
Can't imagine how much a flight to Tokyo would cost.
Yeah, probably like
Over 1,500.
probably like 1,400
Yeah.
at least round trip
Feel like when the Olympics happen in
The
LA.
Olympic tickets and
Yeah.
in
just everything.
hotels.
Yeah.
But like if you had the money to do that, I'd
That'd be
rather
great.
like maybe get a not quite as nice car or something and like have
Oh, yeah.
other
Oh,
money
yeah.
to like go do stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I would do that.
Like I would care
never
more
plan
about
on
going and
spending
doing
much
things.
money on a car, dude.
Yeah, neither do I.
Maybe when
I
I'm,
would
like-
never get a brand. I don't think I would like want
I would
to
never
like
buy a
get
brand new car.
Yeah,
You can save so much money doing
Honestly,
like at least
and cars
even
are
5 years.
cars
Yeah.
are lasting a lot longer
Yeah.
these days too. Like compared to like 20 years ago.
Yeah, this Chris.
Like we're living in a good time where we don't have to spend quite as much money
Yeah.
because a lot of
Mhm.
stuff is pretty quality.
Yeah.
out
Especially if
there.
you get like a Honda, Toyota, or Subaru or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Like those things
for
are
sure.
cheap
I'll
to
drive
get
this car
repaired.
to at least like 300.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive my car as long as it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll like keep it forever if it stays
Yeah.
working forever. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm no need to buy a nice, cool car. Because I mean, if it works,
And if
the
you
amount
like
of
if you like your car,
I
Yeah.
love
like
my
yeah.
car.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
like,
like
why
you're saying,
not?
the amount of stuff you could do rather than spend money on a fresh new car, you could go do some really
Yeah. Just travel. Traveling's getting cheaper and cheaper.
yeah.
But it can be nice to
Cars
drive
are
like
cool.
a
Yeah.
nice car.
I wouldn't mind having like a nice like Lexus. Or
I would
something.
love to have a very like I was saying I'll keep that car
Yeah.
if it works, but I would love to get like a other like something really nice
Yeah.
to do if I got to that point,
Yeah.
or if I were at a place where I needed cars, or it all
We need
depends.
cars, multiple.
It all depends like where you are in life,
Yeah.
what you can get,
Can do, and I mean, yeah.
but it would be cool to have like some nice cars.
I feel like when the Olympics are in LA in 2026, the city's just gonna shut down. Like, there's gonna be so many people and so many
Fingers
cars.
crossed
And,
on that Hyperloop.
yeah,
If that is
By
working, then that would be clutch.
yeah.
Dude.
Going to San Francisco.
That would
and
be
then-
huge because all the people going there, like it's probably wouldn't be integrated anywhere else yet.
Yeah.
But like if it
It just
worked,
becomes
then
city.
that
Yeah.
would make like all these people from around the world want to take that technology to where
It's
they're.
Elon's, right?
Yeah.
He
Or
he
he
provided the blueprint.
he has
and
the
the idea.
boring company,
Yeah.
but
That's-
the idea he created just set it out there.
Yeah, he was like, "Here's an idea and something I want to see, but I don't have time to do it." So
Yeah.
I
I
think
was
he.
gonna say like I don't know if it'd be 2026 for him.
Well, they've
Oh,
got
yeah.
they've already got the
Deadline, not a big deadline guy.
They have this. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be counting on Elon
Yeah,
Musk
yeah.
to finish it.
That's
by
funny.
then.
That's funny. Maybe
2026,
someone
yeah, we got that.
And people have been waiting for those Teslas for a fucking while. man.
Hey, they're coming out now.
Yeah, they are.
They seem
Slowly
pretty
rolling.
great.
Yeah,
have
they-
you guys
they-
watched any videos or?
Not
I've
really,
looked into
but
Yeah, they're
People
I can't
pretty
believe
love
how
them.
much they cost, dude. That's so cheap.
It's
How
they're
much
pretty
are they?
great.
Like 30 grand.
no, they raised the price. They had to raise the price by like 12,000, I think.
I don't think they're that much.
They're
I
check the
don't think they're,
price.
like-
I don't know.
I don't think they're more than like 37.
they're
Originally,
not
he
like
was gonna say like 30, 32.
yeah, but no, they had to boost up the price because it was more expensive
Kind of
for
defeats the whole
production.
purpose of it.
Yeah, no, I mean that was part of the
They're
thing.
still pretty
How much?
cheap.
Yeah, they're under like 46, like 45, I think. I think they're around 40ish now or 42. So that's not. I mean, yeah, it's more than they
They're
planned.
still very affordable, compared to the way that people
For
are
like a
spending money
luxury
right
car,
now.
like electric car, still that's pretty nice. I think.
Dude, some of those like little peanut electric cars, like the Nissan Leafs.
Yeah.
Those are cheap as hell.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see more.
I've not
electric
tried
cars.
that, but these things are.
They are 50,000.
Yeah. See.
So that's
They
still
fucked
like
up.
yeah.
Dude, they were saying like 32.
No, I know they
Yeah,
it got.
That's
They had
what
to,
it was supposed to be.
fuck.
They had to put a. They had to
The
open up a.
Model S is
Like 70?
75.
Yeah.
They had to
It's a
put up a
supercar.
third production line outside in a tent to meet their goals.
But honestly,
That
like
fucked their whole thing up, dude.
Oh, I mean they're
50,000's not an affordable car.
no, yeah.
It's not even close.
I mean, maybe since they're like generating some cash, they could build a. I don't know. They want to build a factory, and I don't know how they're gonna raise more money because I don't know. They're
It's got
kind
a lot
of they're
shit
fucked.
going on, man.
Tesla's pretty fucked. I love the company. I love their products and stuff, but the company's kind of fucked.
Not a realistic plan.
Yeah, they have like $2 billion in accounts payable. Yeah, and on top of that, like another like at least $2 billion like long term debt. Like so.
And they're trying to make an affordable car that
And
just bumped
man.
up $20,000.
Yeah, so let's walk through this. They don't want to
Sounds
issue
like they're
more
just-
equity.
Sound like
They
they're
have
done for.
they have cash because sometimes people have a lot of people prepaid cars, so they still have to
Yeah.
produce those.
yeah, no, they were fully pre-ordered. They
Yeah.
like had completely
Yeah.
sold out. You know?
So they have $2
got
billion.
all that money for
Yeah.
it. And those people were waiting like 2 years.
$2 billion in accounts payable, and then on top of that, they're asking some of their suppliers for some money, like a little like some cash to
It's not good.
because they need more.
They've been having trouble with that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
And so their production, and the problem is too, like, yeah, they met their goal, but they had to open up a third line outside to meet that goal, and like, so it's super high stress. And how long can you keep workers under? Like,
And in the
working under that?
meantime, they're talking about putting a plant in China
Yeah.
and in Germany.
Yeah.
What?
That's so much money.
Yeah.
They have to. I don't know why they haven't.
If they have someone else, if Elon's not They honestly might be a good investment if Elon is not the one in charge of those plants. They could be running a lot more efficiently than the way that
Because he's just
doing
trying to
it.
do
He should
so many
step
different
down.
things at once.
I mean, he can still be the chairman or something, but he shouldn't.
Like,
I
they-
mean,
they
that's
could
not
be
what he
making
wants.
a lot of money.
That's not what he wants to do. Like, he likes to do the research and I mean, from what I know of him, he's always the one who, like, he likes to do the research and the actual thing. So it's like, yeah, he's built these companies, but the job he has, like,
Doesn't
that's
need to keep
not
working
what he
on it.
wants to do.
Yeah.
Let someone who, like, I think a CFO, I don't know, let someone, like, maybe the CFO or someone who
He doesn't
can,
even need to be doing that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
doing so
not
many
at
other
all.
things.
Yeah.
that
that would
it's
free up time for him to do that. And
then
I mean,
SpaceX
someone who
or
can
something.
just solely focus on
yeah.
Yeah, he's just got so much on his plate.
Yeah.
And that's a thing that he just needs to learn how to delegate.
Yeah,
that's
I think-
something a lot of people have trouble with that I've heard, like, talking about business wise.
Just get carried away.
A lot of
Yeah.
people have trouble delegating, and if you let someone else do something, it's gonna help a lot
Yeah.
in the long run.
It would only
Just know
benefit
it's hard
both
for those
them.
people to step down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
But
lot of
he,
it,
he
yeah.
can spend his time so much more efficiently on
Yeah.
these other things and get a lot more out of them because he's so
Yeah.
much more focused on them.
Instead of sleeping on the,
And then the rest of
floor.
it will get done better too because
Yeah.
someone else is working on it.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of
Instead,
these
he spends his
giants
time,
don't
like-
see that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
Ego freaks. Not even that,
Maybe.
but just like oh, Tesla is my thing. I don't.
It's
wanna
hard to let go
give it
of
to
some of
someone
these
else to work
things
on.
if you've
I mean-
gone
I
so
mean, it'd
far
still be a
with it.
huge amount.
I don't know. It's heart. Have you seen the stuff with Papa John's? Is pretty that's pretty sad and like pretty crazy because it's this dude who built this company.
Yeah.
It's like this crazy thing now. He makes that comment, and he steps down, and then he's like, no. I mean, which think whatever you want. Just thinking about building this company and then fighting for ownership of it.
Yeah.
But it's at some point it becomes something way bigger than you, and it's like.
I honestly don't think it's that huge of a deal, but I see what you're saying.
I know what you mean.
Just like
I,
I
feel
mean,
like
like
that's hard for them to realize.
yeah.
They're not. It's always gonna be their thing.
Yeah, you
think.
built. Yeah, it's like this was your idea, and you built it, and like it was. I don't know. It's like a kid in a way or something. Like you
Yeah, I know
built
what you
this,
mean.
but you have to. It becomes
learn to let go.
Yeah, because at some point it's like okay,
Smarter to let it go.
yeah, I might not be the best suited for this in its current position. Because there are a lot of people too who might be really good at like startups and kind of that initial
Yeah.
growth phase.
Yeah.
But then when
Well,
it comes
he could do
to
this, he could be involved in so many other companies too. Like there's
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
places that would want him as their CEO.
yeah,
Yeah. Probably call him up and tell him our thoughts. All right, we're gonna call Elon right now.
All right,
On our
yeah.
live show.
it sucks because it would only benefit because investors would.
What's up? Yeah.
Is that Elon?
Yeah. Yeah, we're just talking about you on our podcast.
Oh really?
Oh, he's busy.
It'd be really funny if we like did little like voice inserts into the audio of the podcast of like
Cut it
football.
out of like interviews with him.
Or we
and
could
stuff.
just act like we're the other person on the other side.
Yeah, man. I think that'd be a great move for Tesla.
Yeah,
We'll see,
easily.
man.
Everyone
I didn't
knows
realize
that's.
Three's price went up that much.
No,
That's
yeah,
bad.
it's
That's
bad.
a lot.
That defeats.
For some reason, I thought
kinda
it was
defeats the whole
not that
purpose of it.
much.
Yeah.
It was hey, we have an affordable Tesla. 50 grand is
I-
far from.
I
far.
remember when it was at like
It was like low
Yeah,
30s.
it was like
supposed to
30.
be.
Yeah.
And that was like wow.
And so it's like,
$30,000
yeah.
Tesla. That's cool.
And it's like, yeah, they're
50,
this
that's-
fourth quarter they're
that's a
supposed to be
lot.
turning profitable. It's like that's great that you're generating money, but you have so much debt and you still need to expand and get your production better to lower that price. Like you have people pre-ordered for this,
Yeah.
but what about new people when they want to buy it? You know, it's not. It's so and then on top of that, think there's a good chance of a recession in like next 3 years. Tesla's not going to be in a good
2?
situation for that. 2 years, yeah, but I don't know. People,
Sounds
there are
like-
other causes.
A lot of things going wrong.
I mean, Tesla almost went out. They were like days away at one point from going out of business in the Great Recession, and they're just not going to survive this next one at all.
Hanging on by their fingertips.
how about
We'll see.
that
I'd like to see
Apple
them do-
though, first company to hit
Hit a trillion.
Last thing though, I would like to see Tesla do well.
I would,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I would love
love
to.
his efforts. I love him. I
I would
I
like
think
to see
he needs
Teslas
to
driving
change
around
it.
Yeah.
everywhere.
He
That'd
needs
be
to
great.
do what we said to make it work.
It's a listen to us.
Listen, Elon.
We're not the only
Get your
ones
shit
saying
together.
This is stuff that everyone.
It's a great company. I would love it, but from I don't know, just as a business, the way it's going,
We'll
it's
see.
Yeah.
that's how it is.
And we have a sponsored ad from one of our biggest sponsors, Tesla.
If you would like,
Pre-order your Model 3. Oh wait, they're sold out, and they're more than you thought they'd be.
They're still taking orders. They're getting stuff.
but you know what? We have an even better deal for you today. If you would like a Model X, then we will enter our promo code Jacob, Carter, and Holden on Tesla's website, and you'll get a whole 40% off your pre-order.
40% off that $75,000 electric supercar.
If you're lucky, you may get it before the company goes out of business, but maybe you won't. But it's worth the risk. Just a.
It's 40% of 75 grand.
It's a lot.
It only costs 45 grand.
But you do have to put a full down payment down, and also you won't get the car for 3 years. So
You might not ever get it, and you probably won't get the discount.
yeah, but yeah. Apple paying $1 trillion. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It should have been Amazon.
It was a race.
Yeah, I was watching an interesting interview with. Do you like Gary Vaynerchuk, or listen to him at all?
Never listened.
He's a really
What is-
insightful guy.
Is he?
He's an or he's
Is-
he's a kind of an angel investor now.
like a money manager or?
He's a venture capitalist.
Okay, like
So what happened?
What has he been involved with?
So until he was like 30, he did like a wine, and so he did like viral wine videos and got big on that, and it grew his like wine company to like multi-million-dollar, maybe billion. I don't know. It was like a lot of money from something very small, and then he kind of started Vayner Media, which does a lot of media services for companies and stuff. And on top of that, he invests. He was an early investor in like Snapchat, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, maybe Apple. So like he's I don't know. He's someone cool I would look at. But he was just talking about Amazon and Apple, and like he was saying
Was it like an interview with him? That
Yeah.
you were talking about? Yeah.
and he was just talking about how he would choose Amazon over Apple any day, because Apple, like, while Tim Cook's done a good job, like, when you look at a lot of what they come out, they missed out on the home system. Like, the HomePod still isn't out yet, and so they missed out on that.
I completely agree.
And, like, what the new technology they come out with is the, like, ear pods or whatever. Like, that's about it, because the phone they keep improving, but they haven't added more. And
Yeah, Amazon definitely has a lot more opportunity out
Yeah.
there than Apple.
he was saying that he was also talking about like how Apple is gonna, because they want to start doing their own content, and so just like they're asking.
They're just
if-
kind of behind
Yeah.
on all these things. I don't think they would have been behind on so much without Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Steve wanted to start that stuff up soon. I think they're in the
Yeah.
process of it, but then it stops. But he was also saying, like, I mean, they can pour so much money into that. They have so much cash. And if they just have one big hit, like a Breaking Bad or House of Cards or Game of Thrones or something, and a lot of people will probably hop on board.
Yeah.
But Disney, I think, will be the big one to take that. I think they're going to it's going to be Disney and Netflix.
Disney, Netflix, Hulu.
No, Disney owns like 30 or 40% of Hulu. And I think when they own Fox, they're going to have controlling share of it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so they have a controlling share in Hulu. Then they have all their Disney shit, all the Marvel stuff, all those Fox Century apps.
Yeah.
That's all high quality stuff that's still coming out. Compared to Netflix, which is moving to its own premium content, which, I don't know, I'm not as into.
I don't like their
Yeah.
stuff either.
I'm not a big
The
fan.
originals.
So it's really interesting. I think that's supposed to launch this coming year, 2019, or maybe this fall.
I think HBO will be another one of the big media companies.
I feel like HBO's lagging a bit.
I disagree highly. I think they've got amazing content.
I think they have amazing
It's
content.
quality.
Yeah.
Very quality. And
No,
I think
I-
that's what matters. Not if you've got a quality product, it'll show, and that's
Yeah.
gonna help it out significantly, rather than just having like the originals on Netflix or whatever.
Having 150 different shows.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely I love HBO. And I think they make great content and stuff. I feel like when you talk to most people, it's like, yeah, I have Netflix and Hulu, but a majority of people, like, if they have HBO, it might be because it's still attached to their cable package that their parents have, or like, I mean, and more people are starting to get it straight through them, but they had a problem.
No, I know a lot of millennials are
Really?
knowing more about, or like HBO isn't one that's gonna go.
Is
In fact,
Stars AMC?
Yes.
Okay. What is AMC? Because I would like to, if Stars and I always thought of Stars and HBO because they all have that high quality. If all those premium
HBO is
networks,
a lot better
yeah,
on that stuff.
they have some great shit.
They're really on it. They have some great
Yeah.
stuff. And I think the people that I don't know, the people that are into it are pretty loyal.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Netflix. People,
Yeah.
like they don't really have the same loyalty. They
Yeah.
just have masses kind of
Yeah.
somewhat involved.
Netflix makes it hard to be loyal.
Yeah.
Like, if they're putting out 50 Netflix originals every year, like,
Mhm.
It cycles
can't-
through
you're
its
not gonna
other
be able to even
content so
try to
much.
watch all of that.
Yeah. Or people will like sporadically
Yeah.
kind of
That's
get
what I do.
into it.
Amazon's another interesting one because they just got the rights for some Premier League stuff.
That's huge. For
That's
them.
that's massive. That's crazy.
Such an international.
I could see them more
phenomenon.
focusing
That's
on.
gonna be a big thing if they have sports.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get in this. Which Disney had.
Disney has all
I,
the Fox.
Though I don't know. I think for an
Disney has?
antitrust thing or something, they or like part of the agreement was they maybe had to get rid of some of those. I'm not
Disney
sure
have
though.
ESPN.
Yeah, they have ESPN.
Disney is kind of the sports. owner
Yeah.
Right now.
Fucking Disney. Yeah, and so that's something too. If they incorporate that in their like streaming package.
Yeah, well, that would just help Amazon abroad so strongly because Amazon doesn't have the same presence abroad as like Netflix does.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I never use Amazon Prime because you still have to buy or rent a lot of stuff.
You mean Prime Video?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I think that's kind of bad.
Yeah, their like included Prime content is pretty limited.
Yeah.
They'll have a few recent movies out that are decent every once in a while,
But if they get Premier League, that's a big one.
That's
That's-
very
I
that's
think they
huge.
did, right?
Yeah, no, they did. Yeah.
that's fucking huge.
That is
Yeah.
huge.
That's starting up soon too.
Yeah, I'll watch that now. So I was surprised when all right, I was happy that they got that.
Because usually it's kind of a pain in the ass to try to find those games.
Yeah.
Other than, I mean, cable.
And they'll be able to
Sunday mornings.
market their other Amazon services like local
Mhm.
delivery over where other people are watching Premier League.
Which is everywhere.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think
that's-
of Amazon? Do you think there should be new Do you think there should be new antitrust laws or an adaptation?
Kind of.
I think so.
Just slow
Yeah.
down.
It's not. Well, no, it's not. The problem isn't anymore going to be I'm going to have a monopoly in the tech industry or I'm going to have a monopoly in the delivery. The problem is, okay, Amazon is number one in like online delivery by far. Hey, they're number 5 or something in online streaming. And then what? They have Whole Foods now. They get most of their revenue from cloud services. So they're also like one of the leading cloud services. So what if I'm top
The
5?
cloud services is their money.
Yeah,
maker.
they
That's
lose a
where
lot
they-
of money on delivery stuff,
Yeah.
which most people don't know. But so it's like, what if I'm top 5 in 5 or 6 industries?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's how a lot of
I kind of
and it's all
agree
integrated.
with a lot of those arguments that say there should be some government intervention.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
some-
there's also
maybe moving things to help competition in a better way.
yeah. I mean, it's like it's all integrated, which makes it.
Sure
that's the
that'll
key.
Yeah,
The problem
There's
is
never been anything this giant like that.
never.
They just need to like put something in place.
yeah.
These companies are insane.
Yeah.
They own our world, literally.
Yeah.
Like Apple and Amazon and
Even just
Netflix.
those two make up
Yeah.
so much of this, like our entertainment consumption.
Disney.
Disney,
Wild.
Apple, Netflix, Amazon is like,
And then like if you want to throw like Facebook in there or something.
yeah.
I mean, that's at least, yeah. And there's also like all the other like big ones that you don't think of too.
And these companies are just so much bigger than what big companies used to be
Yeah.
when a lot of these like last regulations were going on, like some of the bigger things.
Yeah.
Even just think to like, I don't know, like the Intelligent Investor, like from like 60 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just the companies then, like Johnson and Johnson, or
Yeah.
nothing is,
P&G.
yeah, P&G, nothing that doesn't come close to what these companies are like today.
Yeah.
with their
Fucking
market
Bezos,
share
man.
and their control.
Well, and also it's just they're still in that growth phase too. So I mean, they'll hit that mature. I don't know. They're so good at finding little areas where they can enter, and the key is just that integration. Like, it might not be the best service, but being able to connect all that so easily. I mean, that's something that I feel like in the future it has to almost just be integrated between companies, or like there has to be some common access to it. Otherwise, that's, you know, like places like Amazon or something that can, or Facebook too, with a lot of stuff online. Mm-hmm. If you just stay in that community and that system, and that's what they want, and so it'll just become like a lot of like a couple big things, big networks like that. But then it's also interesting too, because like countries sometimes are starting to restrict internet access, and so I think that was something. One tech company was having to deal with China, and I think Google was having to, like, because they want more of a presence in China because they don't have a big dominance. I think there's a Chinese website that people use a lot more, and so they're like trying to comply with a lot of stuff to make it so governments can restrict it too.
Coming at it from a libertarian standpoint, though, like you can see that if these companies have this power, it's really just kind of bring that power back to the consumer.
Yeah.
They have the power to affect the way that these things operate and profit.
I'm honestly not too worried. I think it's something to be aware of, but I'm not too, because a lot of them too, it comes back to providing something for us, because, you know, they're providing a service for the consumer, and I think the focus is starting to shift more towards, okay, what do you want compared to, you know, what are we offering? And yeah, I think people, especially with, that's one positive social media is, you know, who know, in the variation and like unexpectedness of like a tweet or something exploding, like a post gaining a lot of momentum. If you like stuff where like people get a bad haircut at like Great Clips, do you remember seeing that, where the dude was like completely off, and that shit went viral, and now it's like, okay, now the company has to deal with this problem. Yeah. And so if you start getting a lot of that stuff, you know, we have more power as people, I think, to kind of persuade and kind of cause movements and stuff that a lot of people can see.
I'm putting
the
out
Wendy's Nugget kid.
Yeah, the Wendy. Yeah,
like,
that was one of the most retweeted things ever on Twitter. Is it? Yeah.
Tweet. And it was just some kid.
The most retweeted.
Some kid sitting in his room, and he tweeted at Wendy's. Like, what was it? Or
no, he DM'd them, and he was like,
"This many tweets. How many tweets or how many retweets do I need to get free chicken nuggets the rest of my life?" And they said some ridiculous number.
Was it?
And he got 2 million retweets.
I think it was 2 million. It was 2 million.
Ever,
yeah.
any tweet.
That's amazing.
But like, and now it's huge for Wendy's.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have to do anything.
That boosted Wendy's, I think, a lot, and especially the younger generation.
It's just some kid.
Yeah.
Putting something online.
That's something so small that you can do, but if you're like fucking 15, 16 years old and a company makes you laugh, like a Wendy's tweet makes you laugh, when by the time you're going around, like, you might say when you're 15, like 14, when you can drive, I'll go to Wendy's over fucking Arby's or something.
Yeah, that's in their head.
Yeah. So I think we have a lot.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I think like studying advertising, doing that will be so interesting
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because it's just everywhere now.
Yeah, and also too, I mean, even like politically too, you see all the like kind of pushes and stuff that people can make, and I don't think people realize the amount of power and influence you can have.
When our president's tweeting, yeah.
Did you see him tweet at LeBron?
Yeah.
He called LeBron dumb.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let me bring this up.
Donald Trump tweeted at LeBron James and called him
Yes.
No, I don't know if he added LeBron. That would have been hilarious.
dumb. Dude,
It's ridiculous.
for what?
It's the
The last thing I remember LeBron doing publicly was opening a free fucking high school for kids in his hometown. Like, how are you gonna... Oh.
LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. I like Mike.
Oh, I see.
That's so nice. That's just so unnecessary.
Why is he sitting and tweeting about a basketball player right now?
I don't know.
Whatever. I'm not.
It's the same thing that we're talking about right now, is that there's the way to integrate all these different medias and technologies in different ways, like incorporated with all these other areas that like we're already used to, like advertising, but like using media in different ways, like with simple things like responding to a kid's tweet, stuff like that. I think that it's like ridiculous the shit that Trump is doing, obviously, but
It's working.
at the same time it's expanding how people can use this stuff.
It makes it very personable too, but the problem is it's in a bad way right now.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Because
it's in
it's-
a bad way.
If
It
it
brings
was-
it into the house
If it was
because
being used in a different way, like by a president like this, it could be a really amazing.
I think Obama started using his Twitter a
He did.
bit more near the end of his presidency, but
He had people doing it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
but
think
it
a lot
wasn't
of it was
him.
not.
I remember.
most of it was not.
Yeah, and so I remember before this election, I was like, something I want to see the president do is think. I mean, was it FDR doing the fireside chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, so think about that. That was so personal for a lot of people. Now I can get on my.
Donald Trump.
Now it's like
tweeting
Donald
at
Trump
LeBron
tweeting,
James
yeah.
for some
But think
bullshit.
if it's like you see a national,
Tweeting
and
at
he does,
Jong Un,
yeah,
calling him like
Little Rocket
childish
Man.
names.
and he did it a bit when there have
Not
been
quite
some
fireside
tragedies.
chat, but I know what you mean. It's,
But yeah, he's
Yeah.
like when there's a bad event or something, you can as the president, if you know that I'm the one actually using it, you can be like, hi, this tragic event just happened. This is what we're doing to fit like
So
right now.
easily,
Yeah, and so it's like
boom.
that president, that dude who's running your country, just saw you saw something he said on his phone right here, and like
so easy.
that can ease you a bit. It's like, okay, this is
Yeah.
what happened. This is how we're responding. It's like, oh wow,
I wish it was being used in
yeah,
a great way.
it could be so much better.
Yeah, I agree with a lot with that. Sometimes though, you just have to like take a step back, like without thinking about like some preconceived opinions and notions of Trump, and just like look at the situation. Like it is. You have to laugh.
Oh, it's so
fucking
funny. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Like just thinking about like a president doing this shit.
Yeah.
That's so weird, dude.
Like if you're
this is insane.
if you're
This
coming
is
up with like a
insane.
comedy or something, like a sketch or some joke or something,
feel
I
like-
couldn't even come up with this shit. Like it's so ridiculous what's
joked about
happening.
that like a few years ago. Or like said it might be like that someday. People just thought you're crazy.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah, like
Absolutely.
JFK is gonna get on a website and the internet and make fun of someone across in a different country. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Imagine JFK just tweeting out at fucking Cuba.
Yeah, being like, hey, you're
It's
short
like-
and fat.
It's
Hey,
like
Cuba's
out,
a shitty
out to
country.
the Soviets, like
Yeah.
you won't.
That's literally
calling everyone names.
But I don't,
what's
I haven't.
happening.
But what's also interesting is I don't know, I don't pay attention to international politics as much as I should. But I don't see. Do you look at? Have you seen any of their like social media? I don't think a lot of political figures are really.
they use social media.
They do. Is it like Trump? Like what we're talking
It's
about?
kind
where
of
it's-
changing a little bit.
Is it?
Like some of them are like actually the people like out there responding like
Yeah.
to Trump.
That's good.
It's interesting and like
Trump
things,
doing it's definitely a big influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Which can be good.
well, it's a bit of a
Yeah.
catalyst because it's like, okay, he's doing it, and it's like we should be doing that too, but not shitty.
That I know.
You know?
Like it's
Oh,
setting
this-
up some new little connections.
Opening some doors. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of connects
Could evolve into
the
a
president
great
back
way
to.
of,
And I mean, yeah, like, it's kind of the, like those other countries are saying, oh, he's doing this, then it's just making it that much easier for them to look good doing it. 'Cause
Yeah.
ours is so
Yeah,
bad. Like,
exactly.
Think
like,
if
oh,
he-
the president's tweeting. We can do that too, but he won't be a complete jackass on there.
Think
And
if
that
the-
can be good.
Like, think about the national data he could collect too. What if he tweeted out, "Hey guys, what do you think we should do about
A
this?"
poll.
And people he's like
Yeah.
just like a poll or comment back, and you'll
That
get
would
so
bring-
many responses,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you just take that data and analyze that data, and it's like I can see what
then
people
you,
thought.
But then you
Twitter
weigh,
polls.
like, but then you weigh it though, like so it's a weighted poll, like so
Yeah.
it really like can be used as a tool
Yeah.
to gather this. Like,
Oh my God.
could be a way of people.
Fuck, I'm gonna
it could
buy
be a way
Twitter
of
right
people
now.
Voting and
Yeah.
a lot of things, just how everything works.
National issues on a Twitter poll.
It connects people back to.
Hey, we're gonna
yeah.
legalize pot Indiana. Who says yes? Who says no?
Wow.
Let's do it.
But it's like if
Well,
you.
It could be something like
It wouldn't be
through a lot of
drastic.
activity over
Yeah.
like a long amount of time. At the very least, it would be a
Just get
new way
initial
of lobbying that is
Yeah.
in the hands of the people rather than companies. That would be a great way for lobbying to kind of turn into.
And if you could separate, I mean, because of course you're gonna have to deal with all the fake accounts and bots and shit like that. But if you can, I mean, I think they're already working on ways to weed that out because
Sure.
of the Russia
Companies
shit.
can tell.
Yeah, and so it's like you could weed that out and just get actual accounts responses. That's just good data to have that you can use. And for you as a person, knowing that like if I do this, then that reinforces that hey, I matter to this country.
So easy too.
When nowadays when voting and stuff, that you don't think that means shit.
Yeah.
But if I can tweet and that like might actually do something, that kind of gives that
So
power back.
Quick.
Yeah.
Easy.
You don't have to worry about like making sure it's your government ID and all that, or what you do with voting
Everyone
and
has so much
Dude,
going on.
that's where fucking blockchain technology comes in with tracking the different like users
Yeah.
and people. Like it's not going to have all these bots and bullshit. Like everything can be measured and like accounted for in such a better way.
From what I know of blockchain, it presents a real opportunity to bring a lot of power back to the individual, and you can have a lot more control over your data and kind of what you're doing.
That technology has some insane opportunity.
Yeah.
How long do we want to go? It's been a
Hour and 7 minutes. That was a rough start, and then that just kind of took off.
Yeah,
That was
wrap
fun.
up?
Let's
I know.
wrap.
Whenever we wrap up, I'm gonna play like exit music.
I
Play
kind of want to
some-
like play guitar for it,
For the
for
exit
like
music?
Well, yeah, play-
for an intro or something. That'd be cool.
Let's do that next time.
Or like for that.
No, play us out right now.
Outro.
Yeah, I can play us out.
Play us out. Hold on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a little musical outro from our very own Holden Freistraffer.
How long have you been playing guitar, Holden?
A few years, I guess. Here.
He'll be playing on his
This is
Vox
not mine.
amplifier.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Playing through his Vox
He's playing
on a.
Fender A13000 RXY Model T.
That's not true. It's a Fender Squier Telecaster.
Fender Squire.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for listening.
It's got a second fret
See you next
capo.
week.
Alright. Oh, yeah, that probably sounds terrible on that.
It can handle the volume.
Back that. Okay.
It can handle the volume.
Wait. Scoot a bit back, because that one records it loud.
It can handle the volume.
Alright.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Come
We'll
back
see
next
where
week.
it goes next week.